Welcome to a new video. My name is John Lemcool. We're grooving. We're enjoying a new synthesizer that you might not know about. That's this, Phonic. Now, these sounds you're hearing are not part of the factory sounds. These are sounds that I'm going to give away on Christmas on my Facebook page. So make sure you have liked my Facebook page or you follow my newsletter from my website. If you subscribe, I will be sending out a link to download from my newsletter and from my Facebook page at least 10 patches for this. It's a cool synthesizer. So this is PLYSHKA number 5. PLYSHKA stands for plugins you should know about. This is really a series to introduce you to synthesizers I don't cover a lot in my videos on YouTube that are on my website, which, by the way, is right here. If you need inspiring sounds, please come to PlugInGuru.com. I have lots of libraries. There's a holiday sale going on right now. I appreciate the support. Thank you. That's how I am able to do what I do. But this plugin in particular that we're looking at today, that is kind of outside of your list of the Omnispheres and Serums and Spires and all the other ones that are like, you know, the top popular big commercial ones. This one is a commercial plugin. It's not free. It's $59. It's from psychicmodulation.com. It's called Phonic. This is kind of an alternative synthesizer. In other words, it has a sound to it. If you listen, you'll tell right away. Here's a couple other sounds. And if I wanted, I could take this, turn up melt, and just melts even more. Here's the piano that I created. I will say some of these sounds, 2 of them, are using the free Valhalla frequency echo program that I showed yesterday in the live stream, along with the guitar and bass that are free in yesterday's live stream video. So you should watch that video if you haven't seen it. It can take a sound like this. Oh wait, let's go to this sound. Turn on the frequency echo, and it just got a lot more interesting. It does this beautiful delay and motion and stereo imaging that's just wonderful, okay? But I'm going to turn that off. I won't show that. Also, the drums, just so you know, were coming from my vintage kit that is part of Super Macho Drums, and I had sent the bass drum out, and it's being compressed with Logic's compressor so that it has a nice there's a little shaker that's playing that I have just a little bit of a spring reverb preset from the list of the tone verbs are different than the reverbs from the ambiverb. So the hi-hat, it has a little bit of reverb, whereas the tone verb has a spring verb. The kick drum, this one, is being bussed out to its own separate output with a compressor. So it's a very flexible, it's so fun to play with it. You can lock down this snare, play the groove. So you can change the character of everything to just really cool details. So that was going on. There was this choir, which is from my Omniverse 3 library. This is the If I Awake swell pad number 1. And then on top of that, I also had the guitar. This is Suspended Rocker, which when you call it up has the Arpeggiator on. Turn off the Arpeggiator. So I was playing lead part. So these libraries, they work really nicely with this vibe. So Phonic, let's talk about this for a minute to give you more details about this. It has some parameters that you do not see in most synthesizers. I don't know any other synthesizer that has a melt circuit, which can be changed between tape or the circuit itself, or an echo shifter that has the ability to shift the pitch very subtly, or an HFO, which is a high frequency oscillator, which is another way of saying it could do FM, it could do AM, but it has an envelope and it has some really cool parameters. The 3 LFOs have a subtle, which gives you the ability to have just small amounts of a certain parameter changing things, including the melt tune, the echo tune, the width, which is lovely. If you click right here, you can pop up the presets that it comes with. It comes with noise effects. Some silly things like that. But what's really interesting to me is the ambience. Hear that nice little subtle motion? Now, if we wanted at the very bottom of the list is Initialized Patches. So let's go to the Initialized sign. You have a waveform list. You have 2 oscillators. And a sub with different waveform shapes. There's a filter over here. There's a filter before that for the noise. You can shape the noise how you want. You can make it polyphonic. It has an envelope here. Okay. Now the interesting are like things like melt. Have a little bit of release. Turn on the echo shifter just so you hear this for a second. So it's capable of some pretty interesting sounds because of the motion. It's not the in-your-face really bright thing, like I said. Also, what's cool is there's an arpeggiator. And there's a sequencer. If you click this random button, you can have a sequence that's doing alternate random things. Nice. That's cool. I'm gonna save this. So you get the idea. All right, so I saved it. I even gave it a cool name. So it's fun to play with. It has some cool harmonic capabilities, but the whole thing that's really interesting. Add more melt. has a high frequency oscillator. That's nice. I'm going to save that too. All right, so I've saved a couple patches. Isn't that nice? So this is not, again, it's not the in-your-face type of a synth, but it's very unique and cool. So this is Phonic, PLYSHKA number 5. Tomorrow, PLYSHKA number 6. Happy holidays. Thank you for your support. See you later.